Hey guys, thanks for so much for tuning in here on Wonder Dads Gaming. Going to get started here in just a moment. We're a little bit behind tonight, and just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. And I had just got off work last minute, and was having some issues with my right eye, so I was just running behind. I'm going to give it my best shot tonight and do everything I can. But we'll go over pre-race announcements real quick before we get started. I think we're running out of time here, but we'll go over last week's winner, which was Jake Maki, who won it at Daytona. So congratulations to Jake. We'll go ahead and pull that up real quick, and there you have it, Jake Maki. Oops, sorry, Jake. Jake Maki won at Daytona. If you guys missed it, it was a great race. These guys battled really good all race long. But congratulations, Jake, on that win at Daytona. And if you guys missed it at the line, there was a three-way battle for third, fourth, and fifth. These guys put on a really good race, and it was a really good race all around. So congratulations to Jake on that win at Daytona. Let's go ahead and show you the playoff points real quick before we get started. Right now, one race remains in the regular season, which is tonight. So tonight is the regular season finale at Darlington. And there's everybody in the green that are locked in, and everybody in the yellow is on the bubble. Everybody in the red's trying to race their way in. So there is your playoff points before we get started. Like I said, this is Darlington, the regular season finale. Congratulations to Brandon, who came home P2 last week at Daytona. Brandon is just on a roll right now. P2 at Darlington. It seems like if he doesn't win the race, he comes home P2. He's been having a heck of a season so far and is always up there in the top spots. Just gets podium after podium all season long. So congrats, Brandon, on P2 at Daytona. Behind him was John Ledger and Luke Mahone. They were battling for P3. So congratulations to John Ledger. He gets that final podium spot of P3. But on screen, as you can see, they were at the line. It was that close for third and fourth. And then on the very inside was Marshall Dugan for fifth. So third, fourth, and fifth were at the line. That close of a battle. It was a great show at Daytona. These guys had a heck of a race. So congratulations to them and John on P3. Here is your Cup points before we head into tonight. Right now, Brandon Fiedler has the overall Cup Series lead with Luke Mahone right behind him and John Ledger for 1, 2, and 3. Corey Goodall has the fourth spot, and Joe Tardif has the top five. There's your top five spots. We're going to go ahead and get on track, guys. We'll talk more about points later on, but that is your current Cup standings for the season. And here's the schedule. Like I said, last race of the regular season is tonight at Darlington. Let's go ahead and get on track because the race is about to start. Looks like Zachary Ward has the pole. We're gonna go ahead and walk through the grid here tonight. So congrats to Zach starting on the pole here. Right now we're at Darlington. I don't know why I keep saying Daytona. We're at Darlington for the last race of the regular season. And it's a 1.3 mile track, very odd shaped. It's the track too tough to be tamed. So we're gonna see who can master this track here at Darlington. See who has what it takes. Right now we'll go through the grid. Congratulations to Zachary Ward, who's on the pole tonight. He's gonna lead them down into turn number 1 and that number 9. Starting P2 is Luke Mahone and the number 34. John Ledger will be starting 3rd. Brandon Fiedler will be starting 4th. Jeffrey Belk will be starting 5th. Wes Gallo is starting 6th. Starting the 7th place position is Bryn George in the number 54. Bryn running a new paint scheme out there. It's a pretty cool looking car. There you have it, the number 54 DeWalt Toyota Camry. Starting in the 8th place position is Matthew Karakoff in that 00. Starting in the 9th place position is Jeff Laraway in the number 71. Starting 10th is Craig Bridge Jr. in the number 94. And then starting 11th is Marshall Dugan and the number 45. Starting P12 is Steve Mormon. And then starting P13th is Corey Goodall in the 333 car. Starting 14th is John Shirich III in the number 95. Starting 15th is Eric Olson in the number 64. And then starting in the 16th position is Jake Maki, last week's winner at Daytona. There he is, tail end of the field. Thank you guys so much for all coming out and racing with us. But there is your starting grid. Alrighty, last race of the season is about to get underway here at Darlington. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We're going to go green flag racing this time by, so cars down the backstretch at Darlington getting ready to go as soon as this pace car pulls off. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, watching our streams and broadcast. Appreciate that. Like I said, last race of the season. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. Zachary Ward, Luke Mahone's going to lead this field to green.
Ready, green flag.
And there you have it, green flag in the air. Zachary Ward takes him down to the turn number 1 with Luke Mahone right on the outside. Brandon Fiedler makes a move to the bottom after the start-finish line here. There you have it. Luke Mahone's going to take that lead away from Zachary Ward. He's going to power down that backstretch. Heading into turn number 3 for the first time. The 34 car is going to lead this race. There you had the battle for second. It's Zachary Ward, Brandon Fiedler, and Wes Gallo in the 07. Brandon Fiedler is hungry, though. Look at him to the inside, looking inside of Zachary Ward. He's not going to quite get there this time. Looks like Brandon's running a throwback to Dale Earnhardt in that car. There you have it right there. Pretty cool looking paint scheme out there at Darlington. All right, right now Luke Mahone's kind of checking out in the field. He's about 3-4 car lengths ahead of second place. And right now on screen is Zachary Ward and Brandon Fiedler battling it out for second and third. Alrighty guys, so since this is Darlington, let us know who your favorite throwback paint scheme is, and we're going to go ahead and show off a couple of the paint schemes right now. Right now, John Ledger is showing off his Jeff Gordon T-Rex car. So we'll kind of go through the field and show off some of these schemes. Let us know in the comments who your favorite scheme is, and then we'll pull up that driver, whoever your favorite is. I'll kind of tally up your comments and your votes, and we'll let the driver know who the fans voted for as their favorite scheme. So let us know in the comments who you like the most. Right now that's John Ledger and the Jeff Gordon T-Rex car. Right in front of him is Wes Gallo. He's having a throwback to, I believe that is Richard Petty. Let me make sure. Yep, the 1992 Richard Petty throwback. 75th anniversary in racing. So that's Wes Gallo's throwback scheme. In front of him, Brandon Fiedler has that Dale Earnhardt throwback. Looking pretty cool there. In front of Brandon, I know we kind of skipped through these a little bit. We talked about them just briefly, but Zachary Ward's throwing it back to Kevin Harvick in that Budweiser tribute looking paint scheme. Luke Mahone, your leader right now on track on lap number 7. I don't believe he's thrown any, has a throwback this weekend. So we'll move on to Jeffrey Belk. And the number 55, he's got a throwback as well.
Caution is out.
Caution is out.
What can we do to try to help it if we do get another restart?
Looks like Jeff Laraway involved. Oh, Eric Olson and Jeff Laraway. We'll go ahead and get another look at that. Man, Eric Olson was coming in hot. I'm not sure if there was an issue with the 71 car. Let's go ahead and throw it back. Yellow flag out in the air. Let's go ahead and rewind it because my replay camera is going right to the incident as it starts. So let's throw it back here, or rewind it back rather, and see what happened here. So there is the 71, and Eric Olson is coming in hot. The 71 just slowed way down. I don't think Eric Olson realized he was going to be that slow on track. But the 71 in the wall, and that is the result of that first wreck there. So, alrighty, that is caution number 1 on track. Alrighty, back to Jeffrey Belk in the 55. And then behind him is Bryn George, the number 54. He's got the Walt paint scheme. Nice throw back there as well. Matthew Karikoff in the 00 car. He's got a Maxwell House paint scheme. Let's see what he's throwing it back to. It looks like Sterling Marlin is his throwback. Good looking paint scheme. All right, right behind him is Patrick Lucio, number 18. I don't believe he has a throwback this weekend. Behind Patrick Lucio is Jake Maki, and we were just talking about Jake as he is last week's winner at Daytona. He's throwing it back to Casey Mears from the 2007 Coke 600. Behind Jake is Steve Morman. I forget Steve Morman, what his paint scheme is from. I forget if that's Ricky Craven or... I keep wanting to say Ricky Craven because of the tie car, but I could be wrong. Good looking paint scheme as well. Alrighty, behind him is Corey Goodall. Actually, we skipped Craig Bridge Jr. here. Sorry, Craig Bridge Jr. in the 94. Craig is throwing it back to Bobby Allison. AMC throwback. All right, right behind him is Corey Goodall in the 333. He's not running a throwback this weekend. John Scheidrich, the 95. He's got kind of a cool looking paint scheme as well there. I like that paint scheme. All right, I think we're getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. There's Marshall Dugan in Notre Dame 45 car. And then Jeff Laraway, who we saw earlier on screen, that 71 car. Alrighty, lights are still on the pace car. There's your leader. Let's go ahead and pull up Zachary Ward real quick and interview him before this race gets started. Hey, Zach, it's David Abooth. You got me? Hey, Zach, it's David Abooth. You got me?
Hey, David.
Hey, I just want to say congratulations on the pole. Nice looking paint scheme as well. I take it that's a throwback to Kevin Harvick.
Yes, sir. Coming up on the 10 years of his 10-year anniversary of his championship, so
good looking car.
Got to celebrate the GOAT a little bit.
Heck yeah, awesome. Good looking car, man. I dig it. And I just want to give you a shout out. Congrats on the pole, getting those bonus points. And how's the race going to play out tonight, you think?
I mean, I'm hoping we get some green flag runs. I feel good about my tire saving. But, I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, you got a lot of good guys up here. Obviously, Luke, Brandon, John, Wes. You guys are all good, so.
Awesome.
Hopefully we can keep it up here, though.
Yeah, well, good luck. I just want to give you a quick shout out before we get started. And good luck out there, buddy. I see you starting on the outside row. We're going back to green flag racing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, there is your pole sitter, Zachary Ward, restarting on that outside row. Pace car is about to pull off. We're going back to green flag racing once again here at Darlington.
Green.
And green flag in the air. Luke Mahone and Zachary Ward battling side by side once again on the restart. We're on lap number 12 of 100 here at Darlington. Look at Brandon Fiedler on the bottom of that 39 car. He's looking to go fast here. He makes the pass on Zachary Ward, and also Wes Gallo's looking to make the pass on Zachary Ward as well. Headed down the backstretch into turn number 3. It's still Luke Mahone out front. And Zachary Ward falls back to third with Wes Gallo right on his tail. Bryn George, don't count him out. He's right back there too. He's in the top 5, looking right behind Wes Gallo in the 07. Look at the battle side by side, Zachary Ward and Brandon Fiedler in the 39 car. Down into turn number 1, they battle side by side and nobody's giving up an inch. And it is Brandon Fiedler that still remains in P2. Wes Gallo got in that wall there a little bit, along with Bryn George, making a little bit of contact. Bryn's now dropping out of the inside of the track, trying to make the pass. He's going to back off just a little bit. Alrighty, so after 15 laps here at Darlington, we have one leader, Luke Mahone, and only one car. Everybody's on the lead lap except for Jeff Laraway. He is one lap down, but should we have another caution, he will get that wave around. He is the lead car one lap down. Right now we're watching the battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Bryn George is in your top 5. Side by side through 3 and 4. Bryn's going to make the pass, and John Ledger's right behind him, trying to follow him through there. Wes Gallo kind of falling back a little bit. He loses 2 spots. If we move up the track here a little bit, it looks like Zachary Ward has now made the pass on Brandon Fiedler for P2. He gets that spot back. Brandon falls off a little bit here. Looks like Luke Mahone, the leader, a little bit of a connection issue here. Seems to be doing okay. Already making our way back through the field. Patrick Lucio is in the 8th spot. Looking at these group of cars right in front of him. He's got a little bit of damage on that right front, but not much to slow him down, just a little bit. But if we look right in front of him, we got Jake Mockey, who's trying to catch up to John Ledger, and Wes Gallo right in front of him. And Jake Mockey makes contact with that outside wall. You're going to see that a lot tonight here at Darlington. Don't be surprised if half this field has the Darlington stripe on the right side of those cars. Sharon Laraway says, happy Thursday. It may take a miracle, but still wishing the best of luck to Jeff in the 71 and Craig in the 94. Positive vibes all around tonight. Thanks for all you do, and I appreciate that, Sharon. Yeah, Darlington is definitely a hard track. It seems like, it looked like Bryn George just rode around the wall through 3 and 4 this time by, and you can see a little bit of contact in that right front fender. But yeah, Darlington is a tough track. I know they say it's the track too tough to be tamed, but it really is. The racing line around this track is just extremely difficult compared to most places that we go to. And going into turn 1, you carry a lot of speed, and it is very high banked, but the car just wants to drift off the track into the corner, and it's just a very weird track. Let's go ahead and take a lap around the track with Zachary Ward here, and I'll see if I can show you guys what we're talking about. We'll go ahead and hop on board with him as he heads down the backstretch through 3 and 4. He's trying to chase down the leader of Luke Mahone, but he goes through 3 and 4 down to the bottom here, kind of middle of the track rather, following that line. But here's the front stretch. So here's the start-finish line, and he's going to head down into turn number 1. And these guys try to push it too wide through here, but see how the car pushes up to the wall? And then you kind of let off here, drop down to the bottom, and then you out back towards the wall again. That outside wall comes up extremely fast on the high side. And a little bit of connection there, I think. Oh, it changed cameras on me. Oh, I think Zachary Ward actually just dropped out of the race. Yeah, Zachary Ward. We were riding on board with him around the track, and I think he actually just lost connection here. Wow. Alrighty. Sorry, guys. That was strange. So Zachary Ward, who was having a great start tonight, he was your pole sitter and running P2. We're watching him make his laps around the track, and he just dropped connection. Unfortunate for him. Man, I feel like I jinxed him. Sorry, Zach. All right, so Brandon takes over P2. On track, we're on lap number 25 of 100. We'll take a look at Brandon's line around this track. So right on board with him. Yeah, see, he's way off the throttle there through 3 and 4. And then you're back full throttle here on the front stretch. You're kind of off the throttle, then on the throttle, then off the throttle here again out of turn 2. But yeah, very difficult track, and you're either really fast here or you're just struggling all night long. But like this track also does eat up tires pretty good, so you see a lot of different strategies as this race goes on. That's why this track is one of those tracks where you see the cars that really shine, and then you see a lot of cars that struggle here. And right now, Luke Mahone is out front by quite a ways. He is 4 seconds ahead of P2. On lap number 27, coming to 28 this time by. It looks like the Toyotas are really kind of dominating here tonight. You have 1 through 4, all Toyotas. John Ledger's your top Chevrolet in 5th in that 25 car. And then back behind him is Patrick Lucio in a Toyota Camry for 6th. Jake Maki is 7th in the 13 car. He's in a Chevrolet Camaro. Jeffrey Belk, 8th place in a Toyota Camry. 9th is Corey Goodall on a Ford Mustang. He is your top Ford overall. John Scheidrich rounds out your top 10 in a Chevy Camaro. That T-Rex paint scheme, Jeff Gordon throwbacks, a very awesome looking car as well. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Zach because he was having such a good night and he was on high hopes here. It's really unfortunate that he dropped out. Alrighty, looking at the battle here with Wes Gallo and Bryn George. These guys are putting on a heck of a show, battling back and forth. Looks like Wes Gallo trying to get to his bumper. But Brandon Fiedler kind of losing a little bit of speed here. You got Bryn now dropping in the inside, looking to make the pass. He's going to hold off just a little bit, but Wes Gallo is also getting impatient right behind him. Side by side, Bryn George, Brandon Fiedler down the backstretch. Here they go. Bryn's going to make the pass. Not quite going to get clear just yet. It looks like Brandon kind of backed off a little bit going into turn 3. And he's going to let him on by. So Bryn George now moves up to P2. Brandon makes contact with the wall once again. It looks like the handling's starting to go away in that number 39. Wasn't sure if he was trying to save. But that car seems like it's kind of struggling here. All right, so I just got word from Zachary Ward, and he did inform me the breaker tripped at his house, and he did lose connection. So Zachary Ward now being scored in the 17th place position off track currently at the moment. Already lap 34, going to be 35 this time by. Luke Mahone still is your leader. Bryn George is P2. Brandon Feeler has fallen back to 3rd. Wes Gallo is in 4th. John Ledger is in 5th. Corey Goodall has moved up to 6th place position. And it looks like Corey has the most positions gained right now. Oh, actually, Jake Mackey has 1 over him. He's moved up 8. So Corey Goodall plus 7. Jake Mackey has plus 8. 9th place is John Scheidrich. Steve Mormon, it rounds out your top 10. Craig Bridge Jr. is in the 94. He's in 11th. Eric Olson is 12th. Marshall Dugan right now is 13th. Jeff Laraway is 14th. Matthew Karikoff is 15th. Patrick Lucio is 16th. And Zachary Ward is 17th. There is your field on lap number 36. Alrighty, Steve Mormon, John Shire is trying to battle it out here. Alrighty, so the sun has officially gone down. Lights are out on track. We are watching this field as they make their way around the track. So far we've had 1 caution out tonight. Alrighty, Matthew Karikoff trying to make the pass on Jeffrey Belk in the 55 here. And he does. Now he's going to race side by side with Corey Goodall. I believe Matthew Karikoff has pitted and he's on fresh tires, and that's why he's making his way through the field so fast here on lap number 38. He has pitted, and all these cars around him have stayed out so far. Back up to the front here is Luke Mahone in the 34 car. He now has a 9-second lead over second. There is Wes Gallo now being under fire from Matthew Karikoff in that 00. And Wes up in the wall. Makes a little bit of contact there on the high side out of turn 4. And Corey Goodall on the wall as well. There is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Right now on screen, you have Jeffrey Belk looking to make the pass, and he does on John Ledger. That's going to move him up to P5. Corey Goodall right now inside the top 5. He is currently 4th. Jeffrey Belk riding really close to the wall that time around through 1 and 2. And he does slam the wall hard, and so does John Ledger. Both of them hit the wall out of turn 2 that time by. Like I said earlier, you're going to see that all race long. Lots of contact with the wall here at Darlington. Eric Olson in the 64. That is your 2024 All-Star Race winner. He has moved his way up to 8th place. Craig Bridge Jr. in the 94 is right behind him on track. That is the battle for 7th and 8th right now. Craig Bridge, that right front fender is looking pretty bad at the moment. Made a little bit of contact a little bit there with the wall a few times, looks like. Looked like Olson and Craig Bridge both made contact with the wall that time through turns 3 and 4. A little bit of downshifting out of the 94 this time. But as you can see, these guys have their hands full with these cars here tonight at Darlington. Definitely is one hard track. Jake Maki out there on track running the 9th place position. Alrighty, and Luke Mahone finally pulls off down pit road for the first time tonight, I believe, on lap number 46. Bryn George in the 54 as well. He moves his way down pit road, along with the whole top 5 is bringing their way down pit road. Jeffrey Belk, Wes Gallo, and John Scheidrich is going to stay out, along with Corey Goodall. So a couple cars staying out while the top 5 all bring their way in. Looks like all the Toyotas have came down pit road. Alrighty, so Corey's going to stay out, get those bonus points for leading the lap. Bryn George, Wes Gallo make their way off pit road. Eric Olson has also stayed out on track. So far, the top 3 cars have all moved up 12 spots from where they started. Just waiting to see when they're going to pit. And there you have it. Corey Goodall makes his way down pit road. He brings it in. Right now, your leader is John Scheidrich in the 95. Eric Olson right behind him in 2nd. And Craig Bridge right now is currently 3rd. Lap number 50, it looks like John's going to stay out one more time along with Eric Olson. Looks like the top 6 cars are all on the lead lap. The first car a lap down is Bryn George in the 54. He is back in 7th, so 7th on back is all 1 lap down, and then there's 2 cars that are off track, which is Patrick Lucio and Zachary Ward for 16th and 17th. And it looks like the 95 is going to pit this time by. He brings it down pit road. Eric Olson is going to take over that top spot, and he's going to lead a lap. That is your new leader, Eric Olson of 64. He'll get those bonus points for a lead in the lap. Congratulations, Eric. And there you have it, the 64 bringing his car down pit road. Craig Bridge right behind him in the 94. After everything gets cycled through, there is going to be your new leader, Luke Mahone, in the 34. He is currently 3rd. He's going to be passing these 2 leaders on pit road this time by. Marshall Dugan right now on track in the 2nd place position in that 45 car. Side by side with the 13th of Jake Maki. Jake is actually a lap down at this moment though. And he's going to go on by the 45. Brandon all over the bumper of the 45. He's going to make his way on by as well. Looks like Marshall's going to bring it down pit road. It looks like Craig Bridge bringing it back down pit road once again. Not sure what the issue was there, but he's going to bring his car back down pit road one more time. Not sure if he had a speeding penalty or what happened or didn't get enough fuel in that car, but unfortunate for him. Alrighty, so your most positions gained so far at lap 56 is going to go to Corey Goodall, looks like. Corey in that 333 car has +6 positions from where we started this race. He is currently in 7th place as we speak. Right behind him, it looks like Eric Olson has the next most positions gained with 6. He is currently in 9th. But we'll keep an eye on those cars and see where they can finish this race. Corey Goodall looking to have a good points race here tonight. Alrighty, so back up to the front. Brandon Fiedler in the 39. He is 7.6 seconds off the lead of Luke Mahone. Car's kind of getting a little bit strung out now here at Darlington. Luke Mahone is just kind of on a planet by himself here. Bryn George is 13.6 seconds off the leader. Back in 3rd place. Wes Gallo is 4th and Jeffrey Belk is 5th. John Ledger is your top Chevrolet in 6th. We're going to lap 61 this time by. John let off the throttle there quite a bit, made contact with the outside wall of turn 2. Lots of guys really fighting the handling of these cars here tonight, as we knew they would. Looks like you got a little bit of loose off turn 4 that time by too. Matthew Karakoff in that Maxwell House car. Looks like he's fighting that car really bad. He dropped that car. It looks like he's got an issue there in that 00 car. He's bringing it all the way around the track on the inside. Not sure if he ran out of gas. Looks like the 00 might be out of gas. Alrighty, back up to the lead. Luke Mahone and Brandon Fiedler. We're watching Brandon to see if he can track down the leader, but he is now 10.9 seconds back off the leader. He's going to need a miracle if he wants to catch him. Not a whole lot of action going on track here right now. At the moment, we're on lap number 67. Luke Mahone still out front in that Toyota. And he has this race almost all wrapped up with only we're just over halfway. And it looks like 33 more laps to go. Brandon Fiedler is still P2, Bryn George P4, Wes Gallo fourth, and Jeffrey Belk fifth. Corey Goodall is sixth. Trying to figure out if they make another pit stop here, where they might end up. A little bit of strategy. Wes Gallo in the wall in that 07. Jake Mockey brings his car down pit road. I don't believe he can make it to the end here from... He might be able to make it here on the end for fuel, so he might be doing a little bit of a strategy call here right now on lap number 68. But I believe Luke Mahone is going to have to bring it down one more time on pit road if he wants to make it to the end. But he is just completely checking out from the rest of the field. Steve Mormon in the 26. He is currently running in the 8th place position. Alrighty, guys, while we're waiting for this, or waiting for the laps to wind down here in just a moment, let's go ahead and pull up the playoff points, because this is the final race of the regular season. So let's go ahead and go over points real quick. Right now, John Ledger has the overall playoff standings as we speak, with 1 win and 16 playoff points. This is before we head into Darlington tonight, so we're going to have to update the points and update the standings, and we will show you who is all locked into the top 16 for the playoffs next Thursday. Next Thursday, we are going to kick off the playoffs here. But right now, Elliott Swope, Luke Mahone, and Patrick Lucio are all trying to race their way into the playoffs, and it looks like Patrick Lucio, who is actually out of the race as we speak, has actually Probably lost that last spot there. He's trying to battle with Luke Mahone. It's not looking good because Luke Mahone is leading this race, and he is totally killing it right now on lap number 73. But there's your playoff standings so far. I want to thank you so much for tuning in here in the iRacing Fun League. We do have races on Mondays and Tuesdays, and this is our Thursday Asphalt Series. So thank you guys so much for watching here right on Wonder Dance Gaming. Looks like Brandon Fiedler has brought his car down pit road. Looks like he's going to make his final pit stop of the night here on lap number 74. Alrighty. Wes Gallo in the 07 still trying to battle with Bryn George. These guys have been like really close and running the same lines and strategy all race long. But Wes going to bring it down pit road as well right now. I think Bryn's going to stay out, and he does. Makes a little bit of contact with the wall once again. And as you can see, that right side of the car has that Darlington stripe that we've been talking about all race long. We'll show off some more cars while they make their way down pit road. Luke Mahone still out on track. Bryn's going to take over second. Oh, I thought he was going to go down pit road. It looked like he was slowing down there. He's still in second. Corey Goodall, though, right now is P3. P4 is going to be Eric Olson in the 64 car. And right now your top 5 is John Scheidrich III in the 95. So Brandon Fiedler, Wes Gallo have all made their way down pit road, along with Corey Goodall, who makes his final pit stop of the night. It's going to be interesting to see how far Luke can go in the 34 before he's got to bring it down. 24 laps to go in this race. We are winding things down. Jeffrey Belk on fresh tires, looking to make the pass around the leader. So it looks like Luke Mahone and Bryn George are the only 2 cars on the lead lap. And there you have it. Luke Mahone brings it down pit road for the last time of the night with 23 laps to go. So Bryn is now going to take over the lead unless he brings it down pit road this time. And it looks like he does. He's going to bring it down pit road as well. Alrighty, so Eric Olson in the 64, he's going to take over the lead with 22 to go. He is now being scored your lead car. Looks like Jake Maki has officially retired from this race. I just got notification that he said he was struggling with the car a lot tonight, along with Matthew Karakoff also off. We have a couple cars off track, so Jake Maki is out, Matthew Karakoff is out, Patrick Lucio is out, and Zachary Ward are all off track as we speak. He said Jake Maki said he was fighting the handling of that car. Wasn't quite expecting, was expecting a little bit more out of the car. Just the handling wasn't quite there tonight. Was battling it and having a hard time all race long. So he has officially retired from the race. 21 laps are remaining. Eric Olson is your current leader. Luke Mahone is second place right now. After Eric makes his final pit stop of the night, Luke Mahone will retake over that lead. Craig Bridge Jr. up high on the track, lets the leader on by. Made a little bit of contact with the wall that time. Looks like Marshall Dugan as well, getting back on track. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching us here on Wonder Dads Gaming. Let us know who your favorite car is out on track. We had a lot of cars. Throwing it back to special paint schemes and drivers, and let us know who you like the most. And we're going to let the driver know who you like. So far, I got a +1 on John Ledger in the number 25 car. John's running that. Jeff Gordon. $18 laps to go in the race so far. I got another vote for Bryn George and that DeWalt throwback. There you have it. There's the DeWalt 54. Alrighty, Eric Olson has finally brought down pit road for the final time here tonight. There you have it on pit road. Riding on board around track with Luke Mahone. He definitely makes it look so easy out there at Darlington. Kart Rookie says, when Ledger hit the wall, I hit him and broke my right front. It was lots of fun, though. Great paint schemes. Yes, definitely great paint schemes. I definitely like the Maxwell House car. That was pretty cool. Throwing it back to Sterling Marlin. That was awesome. Love that paint scheme. But yeah, unfortunate that you had to get off track, Karikoff. We were watching you guys and rooting for you and hoping to have a good race out of you. This is just one of those tracks. It's really tough. We watched almost every car here tonight hit the wall at some point in time. But yeah, I definitely do like that Maxwell House paint scheme as well. That's pretty cool. I also like Zachary Ward's Kevin Harvick throwback as well. That he had a Land Pirate on the side of that number 9 Chevy Camaro. But yeah, 4 drivers in this race are already off track with 12 laps to go. I think that's almost the most we've had all season long, and go figure, it would be at Darlington, one of the hardest tracks on the schedule, or hardest oval tracks rather. Jeffrey Belk and Steve Mormon. Belk has moved his way all the way up to P2. We thought Brandon Feeler was going to be on track, moving up through the field and trying to chase down the lead of Luke Mahone, but he's had a hard time here tonight. He's actually fallen back 1 spot from where he started, And he's now under fire from John Scheidrich.
Caution.
Oh, caution is out.
You want something to drink? Yes. He'll take a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Captain Morgan and Diet Coke. I don't know if you guys heard that. All right, caution is out. And of course, it's not going to tell me who it is for. Let's go ahead and pull up our good friend Corey Goodall and interview him. Hey, Corey, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yeah, how's it going, Dave?
Not too bad. How's your race going here tonight? No, caution is out. Did you see or figure out what the caution was for?
No idea. Might have been a lap car involved, but I'm not sure. I never saw anything.
Okay, yeah, we were just trying to figure out that ourselves. I saw the yellow flag come out, and I didn't see any cars wrecked on track or anything like that. But yeah, just kind of curious to see what was going on. But inside the top 10, I see you right there on the cusp of getting the top 5. What's your attack for the rest of this race?
Not going to be a lot of laps left, so just going to have to hit it as hard as I can and not worry about the tires.
Right, I hear you. Well, I'll tell you what, you're looking like having a good points night tonight. You got a lot of positions gained. Right now you're at +7. I believe you're just battling with John Scheidrich and Eric Olson at the moment, but also led a lap, so good points night out of you so far.
Yeah, I think I got a 0x going too, so hopefully I haven't jinxed it now.
Oh, man, you shouldn't have said nothing. Well, good luck, Corey. We'll be rooting for you. Hoping for a good showing and a good race here tonight, and good luck.
Hey, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right, there's Corey Goodall in the 333 car. Right now he is in 6th place on track with caution out for the final time, hopefully the final time here at Darlington. Let's see if we can get this race in. We're on lap 93. Couple cars on pit road. That's John Ledger and Jeff Laraway. Let's go ahead and see if Eric Olson's out there. Oops. Hey, Eric, it's David. You got me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How's it going, Eric?
I'm wearing out the walls tonight, man.
I was gonna say, man, you're putting on a heck of a race, though. I saw you up there in the front. You got some laps led, gotten some bonus points there. You're looking pretty strong out there tonight, though. Out of all tracks, Darlington. Do you like racing at Darlington, or are you just trying to, or how's it going for tonight?
Well, it's not. I'm not particularly fond of Darlington, but you know, it is what it is, man. I unfortunately got into Jeff Laraway on that first caution. I think he may have lifted or I overdrove the corner. I'm not entirely sure. And then I pitted late. I might have been one of the last cars to pit the first go-around, so that kind of helped me out as far as position goes.
Awesome. Well, hey, I mean, you got some bonus points out of it, so that's great. And you're in a position to be inside the top 10 here and on a restart, so anything can happen. So good luck out there. We'll let you go because we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. But good to hear from you, Eric.
Yeah, good to hear from you, too. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, good luck out there.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard from Eric Olson, the 64 Oreo Chevrolet. Alrighty, back up here to the front. It is Luke Mahone and Wes Gallo, 1-2. Lights are off on the pace car, so we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. And I thought I had my static camera set, and it's not there, so that's not what I wanted to see. I have a cool camera shot that I always show when we're on pit road, and for some reason there's certain tracks I don't have that available. Unless Darlington's not one of them. But pace car has pulled off. 6 laps to go. Luke Mahone's going to lead them down on the inside with Wes Gallo on the high side.
Green, green, green.
And green flag back in the air. 6 laps to go. Now 5 to go at the line. And Luke Mahone leads him down into turn number 1. And it looked like Wes Gallo just smacked the wall on the high side. Here they come off of turn 2. It's still Luke Mahone out front. Wes Gallo still second, and Jeffrey Belk in the 55 is P3. And look at that, Jeffrey Belk to the inside of Wes Gallo in the 07. He wants to get that second place position away from him. Look at Brandon Feeler in 39. He's looking to the inside of Bryn here. And the 54 of Bryn still looking to the inside of Jeffrey Belk. Not quite going to get there this time. There is your current standing so far. Everybody in the top 7 is on the lead lap. John Scheidrich is your first car 1 lap down along with Eric Olson. John Ledger's 2 laps down. There is the pass. Brandon Feeler to the inside of Bryn George trying to get around him. This is the battle for 4th and 5th. 3 laps to go. Now 2 laps to go at the line. Corey Goodall trying to get up in the mix here in P6. Two laps to go. Luke Mahone still out front. Wes Gallo made more contact with the wall. He's trying to chase down the leader and he's giving it everything he's got. And white flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Jeffrey Belk just passed Wes Gallo for second. He's way up the track through turns 1 and 2. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, and major contact with the outside wall, turn 2. Everybody's just kind of sending it, giving it everything they got. But here goes Jeffrey Belk trying to throw a Hail Mary. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. And it's Luke Mahone at the line, gets his win here at Darlington. Luke Mahone in the 34 car is your race leader here at Darlington. And Jeffrey Belk comes home P2 along with Wes Gallo P3. Bryn George comes home P4. Brandon Feeler, we thought we'd see him up there in the podium finishes. He comes home P5. P6 was Corey Goodall in the 333 car along with Steve Moorman in the 26. He comes home P7. John Scheidrich is 8th. Eric Olson is P9. John Ledger is 10th. Craig Bridge is... I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Ledger was 10th. Dugan was 11th. Bridge is 12th. Laraway was 13th. Jake Maki off track in 14th. Karakov 15th. And Clucio 16th. And Zachary Ward is the first car a lap down. Looks like the EGR boys are all going to get lined up here at the start-finish line. Alrighty, so there you have it, guys. There is your results on screen, and Luke Mahone is your race winner. So far, the top 5, after this race is over, I can't talk. The top 5, all Toyota. Corey Goodall is your Ford Mustang leader of the race. He finishes P6. Steve Mormon is 7th in a Toyota. John Scheiderich is your lead Chevy in 8th. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can pull up Luke Mahone, your race winner here. Hey, Luke, it's David Booth. You got me?
Oh yeah, what's up?
Hey, Luke, congratulations on the win at Darlington. Man, you were just lights out here tonight, just way ahead of everybody else. How did the race go? Obviously, great, but walk us through tonight.
It went, I mean, best it could have. It was, as soon as we got into turn 1 on the first lap, I stuck it out and passed Ward, and I just never looked back, really. I mean, I thought Ward was gonna, because they were saying he's better, he's saying he's really good, so I thought he was gonna be the one to beat, but he unfortunately lagged out and wasn't able to finish the whole race. But yeah, it was a really good race. I got a little worried that I wasn't gonna be able to pull off the win coming when that caution came out, because Wes was right behind me and he was starting to catch me, but I was able to stick it out, which is really nice.
Yep, definitely. You had the car to beat all race long. Definitely the fastest car on track. We got word from Zachary Ward. I guess a circuit breaker tripped or something in his house. He said he lost power, so he ended up losing connection to the race, unfortunately. But yeah, the two of you guys definitely had the 2 cars to beat. But with Zachary Ward gone, you were lights out on the rest of the field for sure.
Oh yeah, at one point I was 15 ahead, which is really nice.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Luke, on your win. You're also inside the playoffs, so you're going to contend for a championship this year in the Fun League. So congratulations.
Thank you.
But just want to say congrats, and hope you have a good weekend, Luke. We'll see you next week for race 1 of the playoffs, and hope you have it. Yep, we'll see you next week, Luke. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, there is your race winner, Luke Mahone, in the 34 car. We're going to go ahead and talk to Jeffrey Belk, who came home P2. See if he's out there. Hey, Jeffrey, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yeah, how you doing, David?
Hey, man, congratulations coming home P2. You had quite a race car there at the end on that restart. Do you think you had anything for the leader? It looked like you were trying to chase him down and take away that lead, just didn't have quite enough laps.
Yeah, we were trying. We had fresh tires after that last caution, but we got stuck behind Wes. It's just so hard to pass here, and we just didn't have a shot there at the end.
Do you think if you had a couple more laps, you would have had something for Luke Mahone, or was he just the fastest car overall and just nobody had anything for him?
At the end of the race, as long as the tires are still fresh, yes. As soon as the tires started to go, he's walking the field on pace alone. That guy's on a whole nother planet.
Yeah, he really pulled away from the rest of the field. It was just insane. We watched a lot of cars all have struggle with handling tonight, and it just looked like Luke Mahone around the track, man. That car was dialed in.
Yeah, he was on rails for real.
But still, you had a great race, moved up 3 spots from where you started, and definitely looked like your car kind of came alive there in the closing laps.
Yeah, thank you.
But just want to say congratulations, Jeffrey, P2. Great race for you as well, and we'll hope you have a good weekend. And are you planning on racing with us the rest of the season?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, we'll see you next week, and hope you have a good weekend, bud.
Thank you as well.
All right, there's P2 finisher Jeffrey Belk. Let's go ahead and pull up Wes, who comes home P3, and interview him. Hey, Wes, David of the booth, you got me?
Sure do. How goes it, buddy?
Hey, good. Not too bad. Congratulations, P3 podium finish here tonight at Darlington. You got a Darlington stripe on the right side of that car for sure. But man, you definitely had a card there to beat in the closing laps.
I mean, this is usually one of my not so great tracks, so the fact that I ended up with a top 10 is again a surprise, and to run comfortably top 3 the entire race is genuinely surprising, especially with how many times I hit the wall to 0x that race is also quite impressive. So, I mean, you can't be disappointed in any bit of that.
Yeah, definitely. We watched you and Bryn kind of battle it out here and there throughout the race, but man, you guys both had, all of you guys had really fast race cars, and I thought maybe in that last final restart, you start on the outside. I thought maybe you were gonna have something for the leader, but Luke was just lights out all race long.
I thought I had a chance at him at a couple points. Like I was close enough where it was the last lap. I probably could have dove in and sent him, but A, I don't want to do that to a teammate. B, I just didn't have enough tires to make it stick. Um, I had a good shot at P2 if Belk didn't have tires, but yeah, I think I was going for a third to fifth all day with a tiny sun ray, sunbeam, whatever the hell of a chance at a win.
Right. Yep. I hear you. I know the frustration's been there, done that as well myself.
Yeah, one of these times I'm going to talk to you as a winner. I'm getting tired of hearing your voice and not having anything to show for it.
Right. Yep. I definitely hear you, man. I feel you 100% on that one. But yeah,
Well,
I'm sure a win will be coming your way eventually, and you never know. We still got a lot of different racetracks coming up too. So any of these, you got a shot.
we got 10 more races. I'm hitting the home track at Watkins Glen. I'm looking at the schedule now. I got a good chance of winning a good chunk of these races. So let's hopefully I can pull something off before the season's over.
Awesome. Well, good luck, and hope you have a good weekend, man. We'll talk to you next week, and congratulations on P3. We'll see you round 1 in the playoffs next week.
Appreciates it again. It's always a pleasure.
Alrighty, have a good one.
You too. See you, bud.
Alrighty, there's P3 West Gallo in the 07 Toyota Camry. We'll go ahead and pull up P4, Bryn George. Hey, Bryn, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, first of all, I want to say awesome looking paint scheme out there. One of my favorites on track.
Thank you.
Love that paint scheme. But second, also want to say congrats on a top 5, your 4th place here at Darlington. You and Wes battled side by side for the majority of the race. You guys had really fast cars. How did Darlington go for you tonight?
Man, I hit the wall so many times. I finished with 0x, and I have no idea how, because I probably hit the wall 20 times. But yeah, racing with teammates was really fun. Racing side by side with Wes. Jeff was fast at the end, even after he got wrecked. And Brandon was fast, and he had a really damaged car, and I had to hold him off. So it was super fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear. But yeah, how did you get a 0x? You're watching your car on track, on screen as we speak. And yeah, it looks like that right front fender has a little bit of a crumple to it. But yeah, definitely a good looking car though overall.
Yeah, for sure. Matt Kinseth, my first favorite driver. Thanks to Wes for making the scheme for me. He always is cooking up some good schemes. So shout out to him.
Awesome, man. Yeah, well, you definitely had a really fast car out there, and we were watching you. At one point, you were 2nd place, and I thought you might have something for the leader, but Luke was just on another planet all race long. But you definitely had a really fast car tonight. We definitely enjoyed watching you up there towards the front.
Thank you, man. Yeah, Luke was a rocket. No one was going to catch him. I think when I was 2nd, he was like almost 9 seconds ahead of me already. So unbelievable. And congrats to Brandon for winning the championship. I think he already had it locked. This season's championship, not the whole championship, but this season's.
Yeah, he had the Cup Series already locked in, I believe. He was pretty far up there.
Yeah, congrats to Brandon. Good season by him.
Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with us, Bryn, and good race tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week in the playoffs of round 1.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Thank you, man.
All right, talk to you later.
See ya.
All right, there's Bryn. He comes home P4 at Darlington. All right, P5, Brandon. Let's go ahead and pull up him. He is your Cup Series champion. Hey, Brandon, David Booth, you got me?
Yeah, what's up, David? Sorry, I've my internet's kind of going in and out after we get out of the race, so if I cut out, that's why.
All righty, no worries. No worries. Just want to first off say congratulations for winning the Cup Series standings, and there was no shock. You already had it locked in. Looked like Bryn just said, gave you a shout out earlier when I spoke to him, saying congratulations on the win. But you're going to get those 10 playoff points for winning the Cup Series as well. So congrats on that. And man, walk us through Darlington. How did the race go tonight?
The first, I guess it was more in like 3 stages. Like before the first green flag pit stop, in between them, and then after. So the first one, I think I just ran my stuff off and I was hitting the wall too hard. The second one, I actually felt like I found pretty good speed, or the second part, I actually found pretty good speed. And then the third one, after I came out of the pits, I spun the car into the inside wall and broke the steering. So I had to deal with that for the entire second half, or the final third of the race. So that was fun. But I came out of it with a top 5 finish, so I'll take it.
Right, yeah, definitely. We were wondering what happened with you because you definitely had a fast car, and it was pretty interesting watching you battle with Zachary Ward in the beginning of the laps. We got note from him, or word from him, that the power went out in his house, or a circuit breaker trip
Oh,
or
that
something.
stinks.
So he ended up going off track and out of the race. But yeah, we watched you and him battle it out, and then yeah, throughout the race, we were kind of wondering why you were falling back there towards the back, but now that makes sense.
Yeah, but my problem was I burned my fast repair at the first green flag pit stop, and I shouldn't have. I should have just stuck it out. Uh, but I thought after hitting the wall so many times I had broke something in the steering. But
All good. Well, still, you rebounded really
hey,
nicely to a top 5, so that's a good sign right there.
oh, for sure, for sure.
Well, it was good hearing from you. Just want to say congratulations on winning the Cup season. And like I said, you're going to get those 10 playoff points moving forward. We'll get these playoff standings updated here next week, but we're looking forward to watching you guys and round 1 of the playoffs next Thursday night.
Yeah, sounds good. Hopefully we can put on a good show for the playoffs. This league's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for talking with us, Brandon. Congrats on the top 5 here at Darlington, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend, bud.
Yeah, sounds good. You too, man.
All right, there you have it, guys. There's your playoff standings after Darlington, or before Darlington, rather. We have to get that updated here tonight. So right now, Luke Mahone is your race winner. He is now inside the playoffs, and we'll get this updated. We do have 3 drop races for the season, so we're going to get that calculated and figure it out for you as well. Also, we need to figure out who is all racing inside the championship playoffs for you as well. So we had I'll pull that back up real quick, guys. So there's your top 16. Right now, who is in after Daytona? Can't talk. Apologize. Patrick Lucio in 17th, looking outside. Jeffrey Belk 18th. Jake Maki 19th, and Stephen Gibson is 20th. Those guys are trying to race in for a championship. We're going to get this updated tonight and figure out who's all in. We do have 3 drop races for the overall season. And then once we get that updated, we'll figure out who is all in and who is all out. But right now, everybody in green is pretty much locked in, and we'll see what that playoff or what the standings make a difference with Elliott Swope and Luke Mahone. But right now, I believe all those guys have made their way in, and we'll get that updated here tonight and let you guys know next week. But right now, this is Darlington. And the round of 16 will start next week at Atlanta. So we're trying to figure that out. It's September 5th at Atlanta. So guys, stay tuned. That is the first round of the playoffs. We're going to be racing there in the truck series. So if you guys haven't heard the announcements yet, in the iRacing Fun League, we talked about racing trucks, Xfinity, and Cup throughout the playoff season. So the first race of each round will be trucks. The second race of each round will be Xfinity. And then the our third race of each round will be the Cup Series. So it'll be trucks, Xfinity, and Cup for each round. And then following in the championship race, that'll be the Cup Series in Phoenix on November 7th. So stay tuned for that, guys. And it's going to be a fun playoffs. So thank you so much for watching. I think that's pretty much going to do it for tonight. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream and the broadcast. And we'll see you guys next week for playoffs and race number 1. Have a good weekend, guys. We're out. See you.